Welcome to Let's Talk Sport, and today we're looking at the 10 best cars of F1 2019. Which is the sexiest, the most glamorous one out of the 10, even if it's the slowest car on the track. Williams. Anyway,
it's not even on the track.
It's not even on the track at the moment. Will it be in 2019? Well, it hasn't yet. Anyway, we actually did a coin toss before this, in which I won. So that means I have to go first. What we're going to do is we're going to take it in turns. So we're going to go from 10 to 1. And then obviously whichever comes at 1 is the best looking car for 2019. So I'm going to start off. We've got the gallery of all the cars here right in front of us from F1's Instagram official page. And to start off with the worst looking car out the lot. And to be honest, the reason why is because there's no change in it. It's completely consistent, which is good for branding, I guess. And I think you know what it is. It's the Red Bull car, because they had that test livery which we saw, and it was, well, we've got it right in front of us, and it was
the best looking car.
Oh, it's beautiful. I mean, I thought last year's car, when it was great, was it like grey and
blue,
black?
yeah,
that was beautiful, but it hasn't even been used on the track, I don't think, for Spain. So the test livery was clearly just for someone's work experience placement for a week in Milton Keynes.
It was the paint shop guys.
It was the paint shop guys, yes. They had a lot of fun, and yes, it was a beautiful car. But sadly, it won't be that for this season. It will be the original Red Bull. Jack Price, what's going to go in 9?
At number 9, I'm going for a team that's colour is not really a shock that it hasn't changed. I'm going to go at number 9, Ferrari. Because, shocker, it's red. I think
I wanted it to be yellow.
Yeah, there's a little bit of was it white last year, but it's now black around the sides.
Yeah,
I think it's matte as well finished.
Yeah.
So they have changed it a little bit, but I know they wouldn't change it from being red. So I'm being a bit cynical here, but yeah, I think at number 9, I think Ferrari's got to be there.
Can it be a championship winning car for the first time in 10 years? We'll find out later on in November. Okay, at number 8, I'm going to have to go with, I think for me the next one has got to be Toro Rosso, because again, it's not really much different. They're staying completely consistent with the good dark
It does look
blue.
nice though.
It does look nice. I really like the Toro Rosso. I must admit, when I go to the F1 store online, not that this is a plug-in, I actually do sometimes get tempted to wear a Toro Rosso t-shirt because I quite like the colours of it. Maybe if we do go and do the Italy Grand Prix, we might have to wear it because it is technically an Italian team.
You're buying a Kvyat shirt, are you?
Oh wow, he might not be there by then. He might not make it midway through the season. We'll find out.
I'm going to have to do it once again. I think another test livery that we saw that is not what's going to be the car for next year is, I was going to say Sauber, but it's not Sauber anymore. It's Alfa Romeo F1.
Yeah.
Obviously, Kimi Raikkonen joined the team for this season. Looked amazing, the test guy. I can't really describe. Was it like the?
It's like, I mean, we'll put the picture up on the video, but it's like dark red mixed in with a bit of purple and like black in the background.
Yeah, it's like one of them paint that, you know, when you used to do at school, you used to mix the colours.
And it just comes out like that. Yeah, it's beautiful.
But it was announced obviously on Monday for the first test that it was sort of the same colour as last year. They've changed it because of the Alfa Romeo designs. There's a lot more Alfa Romeo branding on it.
And have you noticed how the logo is even bigger?
Just to make out so people go, oh, that's not Sauber anymore, that's Alfa Romeo.
It's Alfa Romeo.
But
let's be honest, we're still going to call it a Sauber, aren't we?
Yeah, of course we are. Of course we are.
You're fulfilling your destiny.
So yeah, at number 7 is Sauber. Oh, Alfa Romeo.
Alfa Romeo. See, it's never going to go. It's never going to go. For number 6, I think for me, it's got to be Renault. I love the Renault yellow and black. It's very, very significant, would you say? It reminds me of the 2010 car when we had Robert Kubica and Vitaly Petrov in the team when they were wonders. They were dark horses, and this could be a dark horse team this year with the partnership of Nico Hülkenberg and Daniel Ricciardo. It's pretty much the same as last year, but I always believe, because obviously with the car colours you have it in their uniform as well, and I quite like the picture of Ricciardo in his Renault uniform.
Yeah,
hello, he's actually wearing Renault colours. Who'd have thought? Never did I ever think Ricciardo would be a Renault driver, but here we are, 2019.
The next one on the list I'm going to have to go for is Mercedes. I think they've changed it a little bit, but the design, the colour scheme, It's still, if you look on the back of the new Mercedes, there's like spot. Have you seen that the spots
like,
at the end where the numbers are?
Yeah.
So they've changed the sort of the back slightly, but they've gone with the sort of the same colour scheme as last year. But I think it's a good looking car. I think if we go in terms of the drivers, I think Bottas is hopefully going to give Lewis Hamilton a run for his money. I think the beard is almost looking as good as the car this year. It will be interesting to see what Bottas can do. But yeah, I think next on the list, I think Mercedes have to be there.
For me, this is tough now. So last we've got Haas, Racing Point, Williams and McLaren. So I think next for me,
come on,
it's got to be Racing Point.
Yes.
I think for me at 4. If this was this year's car, like they hadn't been pink in the past, this would probably be number 1 just because of the significant change. But the Pink Panthers, it's looking good, but the team just isn't complete when you've got Lance Stroll in it, thanks to his dad, Lawrence Stroll. Great work, Lawrence. You've really helped the team out. You know what? They may as well gone into administration. I'm only joking. Sergio Perez, Racing Point legend. But I like it. I'm just glad they stuck with it because I was worried they were going to go completely different because of the new name. But I think they listened to the fans and thought, let's go with pink.
Yeah. And
it's Cameron Connor is actually saying to us, it's money, 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 and yeah.
Who doesn't want a pink shirt?
Lance Stroll dad has a lot of money.
Here comes the money.
Here we go. Money talk.
Here comes the money. Money, money, money.
Dollar, dollar.
Daddy, can I have pink in my car?
So that's your number 4. So at 3 now, Haas, McLaren and Williams. Do you know what? I'm going to go with Williams. I'm going to go with Williams.
I was going to put that as number 1.
Were you?
Yeah. I think it's different. I don't know.
Well, I agree. It's totally different, but I think that sort of acknowledges how good the top 3 actually does look in terms of the F1 car designs. I think Williams again have changed their sponsor. They're not Martini anymore, which means they don't have to change their livery.
Rocket or something like that.
Rocket or something. But it means they don't have to change their livery for every time they go to a country that doesn't like alcohol.
Oh, they might have sacked the person who's lost his job now. Oh well.
So Martini aren't there anymore. And again, I think the colour scheme looks nice. They're using the light blue. They've changed the actual colour. I think Claire Williams said she actually had to ask permission from Frank Williams to change the design because they've gone for a lighter shade of blue. But you know what? I think it works. And let's just hope the car works because for the first 2 days of the first week of testing, it hasn't arrived. So
it might be just black because of all the smoke after it all.
Let's just
find
hope.
out. I think it looks like toothpaste though, doesn't it? Looks like an old Ariel toothpaste.
It does, but it looks some nice.
It does look
nice bit of toothpaste. Nice bit of toothpaste. Yeah. So now, Jamie, you have the decision of deciding which one out of McLaren and Haas is in second place.
I don't know how Haas has got this far. I actually don't mind the Haas car, but I wouldn't have gone with it as number 1. Oh, I'm going to have to put Haas at second. I like it. I like the black and gold, but it just reminds me of Lotus 2012 with Kimi Räikkönen.
Is that not a good thing?
Yeah, it's a good thing, but it's just been done before. Roman Grosjean. Maybe we should just invent a new colour.
Roman Grosjean.
But Roman Grosjean was in it, and he crashed it a few times, and then Pastor Maldonado crashed it a few times. So
he's not here anymore.
And he's not here anymore. Well, he's still alive. Don't worry, he didn't die in a car crash. Surprisingly, but for me, Haas, it's different. But I quite like the red and black they had last year.
But I have to admit, I do like that colour scheme.
You do.
I might put that first.
You might put that first, right? Would you agree that McLaren was first? Because obviously, I've clearly said that McLaren comes first.
You have already come to the decision that McLaren have actually won something for the first time.
Since it hasn't even started.
It's 2012, their last one in Brazil.
Yeah.
Jenson Button.
Yeah.
There you go. McLaren have actually won something. Well done, McLaren. Do you know what? They announced it, and they've kept the orange papaya, but they've also changed the design. The race outfits now are more predominantly blue.
Yeah. I thought Lando Norris looked good in it.
Carlos Sainz and Lando Norris, a good partnership, and yeah, Zach Brown should be happy with this award because he has won for before the season has started the Let's Talk Sport best looking car of the season.
It might get lost in the post. Where is the McLaren Technology Centre? I believe it's in Woking, but I don't know how I'm going to get it there.
The actual address.
Yeah. Okay, so are we both agreeing that McLaren is our number 1, or is there another car that you believed should have been number 1?
No, I'm happy with the decision of McLaren because I think if Red Bull had kept that livery, that would have been clearly the best looking car on the grid. But I'm happy with the decision of McLaren. I know you quite like the Williams.
I do like the Williams, but it ain't going to race.
No. So are we happy with the decision?
I think we are, yes. McLaren wins because it might not win anything else this season. Anyway, that's our thoughts. Those are our top 10 best looking cars for F1 2019. What are your thoughts below? What's your favourite car? What's the ugliest car out there from this year? Or maybe you want to talk about ugly cars in the past. Whatever you think is best. Comment below and we will see you in our next F1 video.